Good morning friends. In this video lecture, we just try to understand what is data and types of data. So first of all we start with the data. Uh, Data means a raw form of information. Also many authors said that data is a gathered body of fact. If we consider data is the most precious assets for every organization. Nowadays company try to beat their competitor by using data. So we have to understand data in a proper way. Understanding the nature of data is most fundamental for a proper and effective use of statistical skill. Without understanding the form and structure of data, we cannot apply any statistical tool to the data. So this purpose, for the purpose of applying statistical tool, we have to understand thoroughly the nature of data and its structure, right? Here we just try to classify data into two broad category. One is categorical data and second one is numerical data. Categorical data is called qualitative data and numerical data is quantitative data. If we if we take the example of qualitative research and quantitative research, in a qualitative research we always use categorical data. In a quantitative research we use numerical data. Also the numerical data is classified into two types: discrete and continuous data. Here the we define data into four types based on their mathematical properties. Data are divided into four broad category: nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. Here we are describing these four type of data in a proper way. They are ordered with their increasing accuracy, powerfulness of measurement, preciseness and wide application of statistical technique. It is a certain order of data starting from nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. It everything, the types of data is depend on their accuracy, powerfulness of measurement, preciseness and applicability of statistical tool. If we consider a nominal data, if we compare nominal data and ratio data, the statistical technique applicability is more in ratio data in comparison to nominal. So here the order is given based on accuracy, powerfulness of measurement, data preciseness and statistical technique. First data, nominal data. Nominal means name and count, nothing else. Data are alphabetical or numerical in the name only. Here if you are giving any name to data, it is called nominal data. They are categorized without order or direction. Here we are not categorized data, we are just giving any alphabetical number or name to the data. It is called nominal data. Their use is restricted to keeping track of people, object and event. We are utilizing this nominal data for only for people, any object or thing or any event. They are least powerful in measurement with no arithmetical origin, order, direction and distance relationship. Here we are not able to apply any statistical tool or on nominal data. So here certain limitation are there for nominal data. Hence nominal data is of restricted or limited use. So we are not using this nominal data in a wide way or in a wide varieties, right? uh, Easy example is given of nominal data: uh, gender, marital status, any alphabetical and numerical code without instinctive order or rank. For example, subject name is given: physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. and we are use code like P for physics, C for chemistry, M for maths, B for biology. So it is called nominal data. The code is nominal data, right? Next, ordinal data. Ordinal means rank or order. Ordinal yani ki rank or order. If you are arranging certain data in a rank or order, it is called ordinal data. Ordinal data place event in order. They are ordinal ordered category like rank or scaling. Here we are just giving rank or scale to any event, person or object. It is called ordinal data. Ordinal data allow for setting up inequalities and nothing much. Here we are able to differentiate two person, two thing, two event by using certain data. It is called ordinal data. For example, um, uh, class 1 student, class 2 student, a first rank, second rank, third rank, right? So we are just try to create inequality, we are just try to create difference, we are just try to give scale to more intelligent student to less poor intelligent student. So it is called ordinal data. The rank is ordinal data. It has no absolute value, only relative position in the inequality. More precise, comprehensive, and not possible, right? Means here we are not applying such sort of statistical tool for the purpose of analysis. So here more precise comprehension comparison are not possible. Example is given. For example, undergraduate student, a graduate student, postgraduate student, and doctorate student. So based on their qualification, we are just try to divide whole student into undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate, and doctorate. We are creating certain difference between or among the student based on this category. So the graduation, undergraduation, graduation, post graduation, doctorate are the example of ordinal data, UGPD, right? Interval data, it is also known as score or mark data. Interval data, in addition to ranking, further allow for forming difference. For example, internal data, there is no absolute zero, unique or origin does not exist. Interval data are more powerful than ordinal scale due to equality of interval. For example, temperature in Fahrenheit, standardized score, right? So it means here you are just try to create interval, but interval are equal among all the categories, right? For example, temperature in Fahrenheit, 1 Fahrenheit, 2 Fahrenheit, 3 Fahrenheit, 4 Fahrenheit, right? Standardized score, first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, right? Next, ratio data, it is fourth type of data. Ratio data allow for forming quotient in addition to setting up inequality for forming difference. All mathematical operation manipulation with a real number are possible on the ratio data. It can have an absolute or true zero and represent the actual amount or value, the most precise data, and also allow for application of all statistical tool. For example, height, weight, age, right? So this is ratio data. Further example is given. Roll number, name of the student, gender, rank, height, weight. Here Amar is there. Amar is male, yani ki M. It is nominal data. 9 is a ordinal data. Height, interval data, and weight, it is a ratio data, right? Asha, female, F is a nominal data. First rank, it is a ordinal data. 3.10 height, it is a interval data. and 39 is a ratio data. So here in this table we just take a single example for whole types of data. This figure show the relationship among data types. As you know, we start from nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. Here the nominal and ordinal data, it is a class of quantitative data, non-parametric test only applied, right? While interval and ratio is quantitative data and parametric tests are applicable in these two type of data. Also, if you are moving from nominal to ordinal, ordinal to interval and interval to ratio, the increasing level of information and statistical manipulation are increased, right? Here we as you go above, you can utilize various statistical tools. Also we can broadly classify this data into two types: discrete and continuous data. Numerical data could be either discrete or continuous. All numerical data are maybe either discrete or continuous. A continuous data can take any numerical value within a range, for example weight, height, etc., right? For example, weight of a student is any number between 1 kilogram to 100 kilogram. So it take any number, it is called continuous data. There can be an infinite number of possible value is continuous data. Means in a discrete data, it take any number starting from 1 to infinite. Discrete data can take only certain value by a finite jump, right? It jump from one value to another value, but does not take any intermediate value between them. For example, number of student in the class. For example, if you take a simple example, in my class there are 40 student are there, 40, right? 40. So either it take one student in your class, either one student are there, or two student are there, or three student are there, or four student are there, or 40 student are there, but it takes jump from one number to two number. We never can say that I have there are 1.5 student in my class. It is not possible. So it is called discrete data. While if you are measuring the weight of student, it takes 35 kilogram point 44, 65 kilogram point 6 kilogram, right? So it take any number, right? So it is called continuous data. You can take a simple example of discrete and continuous data. You are easily understand what is discrete data and what is continuous data based on digital and analog clock. If you consider analog clock, it start with 0 and it stop at 100. It take any number from starting from 0 to 100. It may be 10.11, 10.99. It is possible. But if you take the example of digital clock, it take either one number, two number, three number, four number, five number, up to 99 number, right? But doesn't take 1.3, 1.4. So it is called discrete data, and analog it is called continuous data. Here simple comparison is given about continuous and discrete data. Continuous data is more precise than discrete, right? It is more comprehensive. Continuous data is more informative than discrete. Here in a continuous data we can get higher level of information in comparison to discrete data. Continuous data can remove estimation and rounding of measurement. continuous data is often more time consuming to obtain. Discrete should also be converted to continuous data when possible, as to obtain a higher level of information and detail. If we are able to gather more and more information, then we are able to convert the discrete element or discrete data into continuous data. It is also example of both the category of data, um, abstract or discrete data and continuous data. For example, if you are talking about the gas tank, uh, in a discrete data, it is called as empty or full, right? But in continuous data, gas volume in tank, how much gas are there, how much kilogram of gas are there. If you consider tree height, in a discrete data we can say tall, medium or short, but in continuous we can measure it in meter, right? 3.44 meter. Performance, in a discrete data we can say poor, average, good, but in continuous data it is either uh, uh, pieces or in a hour, right? Temperature, we can say day, freezing, while in continuous average temperature. So you can take many example for the purpose of describing discrete and continuous data. Thank you so much.